This weekend, the picturesque Australian Golf Club in Sydney played host to the 102nd edition of the Australian Open. And for the fourth consecutive year, current world number 2 on the official world rankings Jordan Spieth was the headline act. A quick glance at his record shows that making the long trip from Texas clearly agrees with the 24-year-old. Spieth has won twice and finished second in the 3 years he's teed it up in Australia.
Anytime you can travel, to a different country, say, because within the States, the longest I ever travel is 3 hours. So to go any more than that and to have success, I can look at it last year and say, hey, I traveled to the Open Championship and I felt comfortable traveling across the pond just a little bit more because I had done it a few more times.
The highlight of Spieth's year was his unforgettable victory at Royal Birkdale at the Open, where he completed the third leg of golf's career Grand Slam. After watching his overnight 3-shot buffer disappear with a messy front nine, Spieth went birdie, eagle, birdie, birdie, par as he stormed to the title.
I was running into major mind games. I was running into trying to win a major when the last major that's talked about that includes myself was the 16 Masters, and trying to get over that. I was almost so angry at the way that year went after that Masters, the constant questioning, even though I had a pretty successful season, that I just refused to go through it again.
Aside from adding to his growing tally of major championships, Spieth won 2 other tournaments on the PGA Tour in 2017. He also finished second 3 times and third at 2 others. Not surprisingly, Jordan's happy with his season.
It was phenomenal last year. It's the best that I've ever struck the ball for an entire season. Trying to improve just a little bit on my driving accuracy and a little bit on the greens. From 4 to 15 feet, I just didn't make as many as I had the previous 2 years.
Spieth's caddy Michael Greller missed the trip to Sydney as he awaits the birth of his first child, so Jordan called on longtime coach Cameron McCormack. Greller has been on the bag for all 14 of Spieth's professional titles, but his Australian coach certainly has the necessary skills for the role.
Kim's more of just shut up and hit it. Quit taking so long. He's more, reaction. Pick the club. Cam has the highest golf IQ of anybody I've ever talked to. I've learned so much from him over the last 10 years, 11 years. And so to be able to kind of have him helping make those decisions is going to be really cool too.
Jordan's other memorable result in 2017 came as part of a team. He was a member of the all-conquering American side that again won the President's Cup. And Jordan has some bad news for the rest of the golfing world following the USA's commanding victory over the international team.
We came out of it saying, this is going to be a fun ride the next 15 years, 20 years potentially, with a lot of the same faces growing together and younger players getting better and better. There were a number of phenomenal golfers that are our age that weren't on that team too, that will be very soon.
The President's Cup returns to Australia in 2019, with Royal Melbourne set to host the event for the 3rd time. That's great news for Australian golf fans, who'll get another opportunity to see some of the game's biggest stars up close.
The guys still talk about the last President's Cup in Melbourne, the veterans, just how great of a time it was. It was, Phil's played on 22 events, and that may have been his favorite. Other than winning Ryder Cup team, just because that's been harder to do. That experience is up there at the top for guys, and they've voiced that to us, and I think there's kind of a ground. The guys are really excited that we're coming back.